Today on Business Talk, we're going to talk with Manoj Punjabi from MD Entertainment. So, Manoj, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. So, a couple of years ago, we talked about KKN breaking the 10 millions. Can you give us a picture for our audience? Like, what is that number that every filmmaker is trying to hit Indonesia? That mark, that benchmark for filmmakers.
Okay, very good question. What is it? Maybe every producer have a different target. I have a different target. Is different, right?
Okay.
Tapi I think a number that is quite appreciative bahwa di atas 1 juta.
1 million.
1 million, right. 1 million revenue sekitar 18-19 billion. It's not big yet, but it's still a sizable number yang okay lah. We have that market. Average kan 100 film, let's say 120 film, penonton kita tahun ini 70 million.
70 million.
Ya, 70. Jadi about 600,000 kurang lebih average movie. Betul?
If we break it to 100,
if you average,
right.
Prorated, average, sorry, not prorated. 120 film dibagi 70 juta, 600 ribu. Dibagi 60 juta, 500 ribu. Tapi I think we will hit more than 60 million. So maybe even 70. Jadi average hitungannya 600 ribu. Jadi kan kalau 1 juta udah number yang masih lumayan. Tapi I think the target should increase. But right now I think masih a number, not magic number, but a good number which is 1 million yang producer bakal bilang film gue reach 1 juta ya. Contohnya kayak MD, ada beberapa film yang semua 1 juta. Jadi lewat dari 1 juta, 4,7, 4 juta, berapa 1,3, 1,4. Jadi kan out of 7 if 4 reaches above, and above-nya bukan average one loh. I'm not happy. Average-nya should be different. But if let's say a number is minimum threshold-nya 1 juta, or not minimum threshold, kita dapat 1 juta, that's a good number to make that mindset.
Right, that psychological number.
Psychological number, realistic and psychological. Right. Because kalau kita aim below, itu buat saya udah nggak boleh ngomong juga. Tapi kita tahu ada juga film kita yang 500 ribu, 700 ribu, it's still decent.
Right.
Kalau tanyanya dari exhibitor, mereka happy-nya berapa? 500 ribu mereka udah happy.
Interesting.
Maksudnya, ya udah, saya bisa napas, average ya. So sorry, not average. Beberapa film 500 ribu, they are happy. Now American movies are not getting that average, way below.
Interesting. Do you have a formula, or do you have the reasoning why the American movies not making that well actually in the Indonesian market?
My theory is a lot. Number one is their content is going down because of the writer's strike.
Right.
Okay, but that theory can be debate also. Saya kontradiksi nih, karena di Amerika they are performing very well. Right, Inside Out, Despicable Me, Bad Boys. Di kita biasa, Deadpool did good, but not amazing di Indonesia. Jadi persentase Indonesia biasanya top 10, number 5 of all countries. Sekarang udah jauh di bawah. Tapi local movies kita naik. Pertanyaannya why?
Right.
I don't know. Maybe they are our audience are more pro film Indonesia, kualitasnya lebih dekat dengan mereka, more relatable. It's not only something that is not their life, is film Indonesia kan is about them. Jadi relatable factornya mulai, kualitas kita lebih naik.
Right. I guess part of it is the cultural, if we want to say that's why our Indonesian audience can actually relate to that thing. Now, talking about cultural,
Sorry, I would say culture is very important. Maybe let me repeat again. Just now was in Indonesian. So, what I'm trying to say is, it's a why Hollywood movies are going down and Indonesian movies are going up is because of culture specific. They can relate to the Indonesian movies, whereas they can't relate to the American. American movies is, yes, a big action, fast and furious franchise, they would love it. The big Marvels, yes. The Marvels which is dialogue driven, comedy driven, they don't relate to it. It's not their joke. So they want the local concept, the local movies that they relate to it.
Going back to the cultural, I see your lineup. One of the main movies that you've been putting on your lineup are horror films. We see Awi making his mark with Danur, with Asi, and then Kimo now you putting him on some movies, which is breaking that million numbers that you mentioned. what's about that horror film, Indonesian horror films? I mean, like I like one of the films that's trying to get that number KKN numbers, actually a comedy with a horror twist.
Yeah.
So what is that horror that?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'll tell you about horror. See, somehow horror, horror used to be very junk previously. Okay, and first a horror that worked was Jelangkung.
Okay.
Back 20 years ago. Okay, low budget, it worked, new concept. Then after that, people making horror with low budget. Now also they are making it within low budget, very few. Now people are going up the production value. The first one was in 2017, which is Danur. We made Danur because we saw this IP big, Avi was there, and we increased we raised the bar. Horror movie, not a low budget. From there onwards, then came Pengabdi Setan, then came other horror movies, MD Escalate, KKN, very expensive, Dolby Atmos, then that's when we filmed for IMAX with Badarawi. So the quality has gone up. Actually, previously, Conjuring, Insidious did very well in Indonesia. So they always like horror movies, Indonesia, the genres. Horror genre was always loved by our audience. Now, why? It's a choice, right? Because maybe horror again, they believe it is. But even though Conjuring, they saw, it's nothing that, it's not our pocong or kuntilanak, it's not our ghost, it's their ghost. They're watching it to be scared. So I think the thrill, the excitement of going to a movie, watching a horror movie, is like you are with friends and enjoying, you are with couple, you are enjoying. You can't do that at home. You can't watch horror in streaming or in free to air. You can, but it's just to watch. To have a moment of a thrilling moment, horror, you get an extra bonus. That's a factor which is there for sure. Whereas, other than that, it's a choice that they like. We can't do sci-fi. They don't relate to it. We don't do aliens movie. They don't. Americans believe in aliens. We don't. They think it exists, right? Area 51, whatever. So I guess it's more about relatable, and they like the excitement. But not only horror, but this time we made Ipara de la Maut this year that did 4.7 million, number 10 of all time. So that is something is drama which did very well, which is very satisfying, because lately there are no hit dramas.
True.
So that is I love doing things that is difficult to achieve. So I guess horror will still work. 2 years ago, people told me after KKN trend will change, it will not change. But more people are doing horror. But the bad ones, the audience are low budget or something. They don't, you can see, a poor quality is never a good or bad movie. Just the quality, right? People are ignoring it. That's a good sign. Okay, so more better qualities. And now it shows that comedy, horror work, even with a horror thing. And drama also there. So people are branching out also, which is good for the industry.
But bring me back to that time that you decided that you want to ump the Danur, because at that time, teen drama was a thing, with other brand like Dilan or other brand. So I mean,
actually our first was Surga yang tadi rindukan. That was a religious drama. That was.
But then that one point that you decide, like, what makes you like, all right, this horror, we need to put that money there. Like, what makes you change?
What was the tipping point?
Yes.
Was Danur was the tipping point for the Indonesian horror industry. And the team came up with this concept, Risa Danur. The story was, for me, very interesting. They shot the test cam, the test look, and I said, wow, this has a concept. I told this is something that can go big, do it properly. The script, we delayed the shooting to make it better, And it used to be, I used to put our name, not even MD's name in it. But because of Danur, we put Pick House and MD Picture Company. So we know this is a brand we want to create for our horror. Of course, I told the exhibitor, this movie have a chance to hit 1 million. And 1 million was already very big deal because the highest horror movie was 1.3, 1.5 million, Kuntilanak, or what it was. So this movie, I had a feeling that it will one, but it did 2.7 million. You see? So that's when the belief started that we can do good horror movies. Then came Pangabdi, then came other horror movies that even brought up the level till the last. With Badarawi, I shot it, I didn't just convert in IMAX. I did film for IMAX because I wanted to raise the bar. I wanted that our Indonesian movies, the standard goes up. Storytelling, the creativity, that's...
All right, so horror films is making it marks, and it looks like it hasn't hit that plateau yet. It looks like so. So one of the question is, how is it gonna play on the region or in the international market? Are we gonna see any of your movies or any Indonesian horror in the international market?
Definitely. We have, this is the first time, we release Lionsgate distribute our movies outside Southeast Asia, Badarawi, right? We had Lionsgate distributing, but now we have take it further. We are working with 2 different companies, not announced yet. Sorop, we have a partner. Sorop is from Simple Men, releasing in December. We are releasing that in December in Southeast Asia, and we have a partner outside, and they are also investing in the movie. So we want to scale up more. We want the partners not for the money. We have shot the movie already. They are coming in as an equity partner to chip in, to show their seriousness, to sell the movie overseas. So that's one of the strategy. And we have even Prewangan in October, which will be announced that a partner is coming also on the same kind of deal. So we want this to bring it overseas.
Now, before I let you go, I mean, you've seen a lot of movies. What's your favorite genre, actually?
Actually, my favorite genre is action.
Really?
And I've not made an action movie. I have an action script ready, but it's a $5 to $7 million budget, which I will not do. It cannot be for Indonesia only. It has a potential for world market. So that's in my pipeline. That's what I want to do.
All right. I look forward to that movie coming out. All right.
It will be something solid when it does.
MD Entertainment, you guys are already big. You guys have your IPO. So, and then you mentioned a couple of movies that's coming out with Lionsgate, and then like partners that not to be announced yet. What can we expect in the near future for MD Entertainment?
I think we have a lot of surprises. As you know, MD have just acquired Net TV, 80% plus stake there. So that will be a new game changer for MD.
Like, are we to expect any horror serial?
You wait.
Okay.
You wait. You people will see a new. I won't say FTV has been there. It's been my cup of tea since 2000. Since 95, I've been doing series, and then 2002 in MD. So Cinetron series are in my blood. So I will come with a bang.
Manoj, thank you so much for spending time with us. All right.
Thank you.
So that was our conversation with Manoj Punjabi from MD Entertainment. Stay connected with us on Instagram, and also we're available on ctoday.com. Let's stay connected.